Okay, so Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Afeeqah Rosli Jee, and today I will be explaining the process of the menstrual cycle which occurs in the female body. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. So, what is the menstrual cycle? So, I will give a basic rundown on what the menstrual cycle is before I get further into the topic and explain specifically on each stages. Okay, so the menstrual cycle is basically a 28-day cycle which involves the production of the secondary oocyte and the thickening of the endometrium wall. So it consists of 4 stages, as you can see in the picture. The first stage is the menstruation stage. It is also commonly known as a period. And during this stage, the uterus wall will break down. And then the second stage is the stage where the uterus lining repairs itself and thickens again. Alright, so the third stage is the ovulation stage. It is basically the stage where the secondary oocyte, also known as the ovum, gets released. So the last stage is the stage where the endometrium wall continues to thicken to prepare itself for implantation. Alright, so now that we know the basics, I will be explaining further into the topic. So, as we can see, the menstrual cycle consists of 3 changes, which is the changes in hormone level, changes in the follicle development, and also the changes in the endometrium thickening. Okay, so in the first stage of a menstrual cycle, the menstruation occurs, and then the uterus wall will break down, and then there is a discharge of blood, tissues of the endometrium wall, and also the unfertilized egg. So this basically marks the start of a new cycle. So how does it all start? It starts when the hypothalamus in our brain releases gonadotropin releasing hormone, also known as GnRH. And this hormone, it stimulates the release of FSH hormone, which is also known as follicle stimulating hormone. So this hormone stimulates the growth and development of the follicles. So the primary oocyte in the primary follicle develops into the secondary oocyte within its follicle. And then moving on to the next stage, the follicle continues to develop into a Graafian follicle. And then the follicle cells within the Graafian follicle stimulates the release of estrogen. So what does estrogen do? It basically repairs and thickens the endometrium wall. Other than that, estrogen also stimulates the pituitary glands in the brain to secrete LH, which is luteinizing hormone. So what does LH do? LH basically stops the release of FSH, which in turn stops the development of follicles, because we do not want to start a new cycle within this cycle. So other than that, LH also stimulates the ovulation. So the secondary oocyte is released during the 14th day of the menstrual cycle. And then once the secondary oocyte is released from its Graafian follicle, the Graafian follicle then transforms into the corpus luteum. And then this corpus luteum will continue to secrete estrogen and progesterone. So this progesterone, which will then continues the thickening of the endometrium wall and maintains its thickness to prepare for implantation of the embryo. Okay, so on the last stage of the menstrual cycle, if fertilization does occur, the corpus luteum will continue to secrete progesterone to maintain the thickness of the endometrium wall for implantation and prepare itself for pregnancy. However, if fertilization does not occur, then the corpus luteum will degenerate due to the lack of LH hormones. So, because the corpus luteum degenerates, the progesterone secretion is stopped, and then the endometrium wall will break down, causing menstruation to start again. This causes the cycle to restart. So that is the end of my video. I hope you can benefit from this video, and that is all for me. Thank you.